Hey everybody, it's Allie and welcome to my channel. Today we are going to be trying out a couple of different things, but first I want to put to the test the Pretty Vulgar Uncaged Eyeshadow Primer. So, quick little note, if you hear some babies in the background, those are my children in the background. If you hear them, those are my babies. But anyway, so this is an eyeshadow primer by Pretty Vulgar. I did receive it in a BoxyCharm. It's called the Uncaged Eyeshadow Primer. It retails for $22. It is gluten-free, fragrance-free, cruelty-free, oil-free, sulfate-free, peptides, paraben-free, and talc-free. I did mention in my BoxyCharm video, if you didn't take a look, I will leave a link to that video down below if you want, if you're interested. But I did mention that in the past, I have not been super impressed by Pretty Vulgar products. I think the packaging's super cute, but in the past, the products that I did try out were just like, okay. So I want to put this one to the test. It says it's meant to enhance your eyeshadows, making them vibrant, long wearing. It has a mineral rich clay to absorb excess oil. That's pretty good. And it will deliver crease proof, fade proof, translucent finish, suitable for all skin tones. Okay, so what I'm going to be doing, also, I'm going to be using the eyeshadow palette that I got in that BoxyCharm as well, just to kind of put this to the test based off of the swatches. I feel like this is going to be good, so hopefully this doesn't let me down. But what I'm going to be doing, just so we know how the primer works and making sure that, you know, it's not like the eyeshadows versus the primer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do one eye with the MAC paint pot that I always use, so I know how that performs. And then the other side, I'm going to be using the Pretty Vulgar eyeshadow primer. That way I know, I mean, if both of them look like garbage, then hopefully not, but then it might be a tell on the eyeshadows, but I don't think that'll be the case. I don't know, maybe that's wishful thinking. But by doing one with one that I know how it works versus another one, I feel like we'll get a better idea of the performance of the actual primer. My left side is going to be my MAC. I have the soft ochre paint pot, and my right side will be the Pretty Vulgar side. So we're just going to prep the eyes, and I like to just use my fingertip for the paint pot and just put it all over my lid. And I do bring that up to my brow. I know, we'll see how this works.
That's fancy.
It is fancy, isn't it? Mm-hmm. And now the other side, this is a Pretty Vulgar. Online on their website, it has a 5-star review. So we shall see. Is it actually that good? I don't know. So this is what it looks like. I feel like the packaging's so cute.
I know, Mom.
Right? I think so.
Mm-hmm. I think so too.
I think so too. Okay, so yeah, this side's the MAC side. This side, I'm also going to just apply with my finger. I do want to put it in the back of my hand just to see. Oh, so this is what it looks like. I'm just putting a tiny little dot. Just off of the look of it, it kind of reminds me of like the Urban Decay primer potion. Doesn't smell like anything. Let's put that. I'm just going to use my ring finger, put a little dot.
Your ring finger?
That's a little bit bigger. Yeah, this is a ring finger. There's a little bit bigger than I was expecting to do, but let's just use it sparingly and we can always build, if anything. So let's put that on. Okay. So obviously the two primers are different as far as consistency goes. This is almost like a concealer, but not really a concealer. This is in that pot form. It's a little bit, I don't want to say sticky, but you guys know the consistency is different, where this is a little bit more like a lotion type of consistency. Okay, I'm trying to just pat it in instead of pulling and rubbing. Just by patting it, I feel like the more I work it, I definitely feel like a tackiness and stickiness. However, can you guys see? It totally got all over my eyelashes. I don't know, can you guys see that? There's like white all over my eyelashes. But this definitely does feel a little tacky. Definitely more tacky than my MAC side. So, okay. I'm going to use this eyeshadow palette that I got in my BoxyCharm. It is by Studio Makeup. I got this in my BoxyCharm. Let's see how this works. I like that this one comes with a mirror. I'll do a quick little easy eye. I'm going to go in with the color Bear with the 229 tapered blending, and we're just going to go into the crease. Wow, I definitely feel that stickiness with the Pretty Vulgar side. Let's do the MAC Paint Pot side. And it's not as sticky. So right off the bat, I feel like immediately, because of that tackiness on this side, I don't want to say that it's hard to blend out, but you definitely feel a little bit of that pull. We're going to go in with blush right here. Okay. That's a really pretty tone. Wow. Okay. So I feel like after putting that color on, maybe it's hard to tell on camera. I kind of feel like the Pretty Vulgar side is a little bit more vibrant. All right. I'm going to go in with that color Dusk in the palette, which is that pink toned one. And I'm just going to put that right on top. Okay. Same thing on the other side. I don't know if it actually is more vibrant or if it just like, because I feel that tackiness, if I feel like more of it is going on. I don't know. But I feel like it's almost like maybe smoother looking. Interesting. Can you guys tell? All right, this is a mini angled brush by Luxie. I'm going in with the color Fate from that palette and just doing that outer corner. Have I been out of frame that whole time? Okay. And these shadows are actually performing pretty well, I have to say. And they totally smell like chocolate. There's definitely like a grip with the Pretty Vulgar side. It's interesting. I'm going to take a little bit of that color Sheen, the inner corner, right here. Other side. That's so interesting. Yeah, it's like sticky. Okay. All right, and lastly, I'm taking a big fluffy brush and I'm gonna take the color Lace in that palette and just, I know, and just buff this out and blend everything out. I feel like the Pretty Vulgar side, I kind of have to buff a little bit more because it is sticky. The eyeshadow definitely wanted to like stay in its place. All right, so again, this is the Pretty Vulgar side and this is the MAC Paint Pot side. It's a little rough. I hope you guys don't mind like my eyebrows and all of that, but I want to get in a little closer to get a better look. Eyeshadow is on. I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of my eye makeup and face makeup, and we will check in later on. So as of now, it is 12:44, so 12:45. Okay, so we'll check in. Initial thoughts, I will say, I think I like the tackiness because I feel like the eyeshadow is definitely staying there, but we'll put it to the test. However, I did find a little bit more difficult to blend. So we shall see. All right, so I did finish the rest of my makeup and I do want to zoom in a little bit closer because there was something that I noticed that I do want to bring forward. Now, I do want to mention that this has happened to me in the past, and normally I feel like it has more to do with my eyeliner than my eyeshadow, but I want to show you that actually on the side that I have MAC, I don't know if you guys can see, I'll try to like look down. Do you see the inner corner right there? It's like grayish looking, and I feel like that's from the eyeliner. And then on this side, it's fine. I don't know what that was. That does happen to me time to time, but I don't know. I don't know if that has anything to do with the primer, but I feel like it wouldn't be fair if I left that out. It is now 1:30. I will check in with you at the end of the day and give you my thoughts. Another question. What about my eyes? Does one look better than the other?
If I had to say, I would say your right eye.
This one looks better?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, guys. So it is now 6:35. So my eyeshadow has been on for quite some time now. And let's zoom in. I honestly haven't even really taken a look. I've just been busy all day. Let's take a look and see what we think. All right. I'm going to try not to go out of frame because I feel like I'm always out of frame when I'm this close. Oh gosh. Be kind, guys. Okay, so looking at my eyeshadow, Yeah, it looks actually, the Pretty Vulgar side kind of looks great. I have to say, it looks pretty good, where the Paint Pot side looks good. Again, I mentioned this whole situation in the inner corner. I feel like maybe that's an eyeliner thing. Not that this eyeliner is bad. I think it just happens when like my eyes are watering and it kind of just like diffuses up. I don't know. Do you guys know what that's all about? Like, does that happen to you? Because that happens to me every now and then. But the eyeshadow itself looks good. Like, no creases, but I definitely think that the Pretty Vulgar side looks more vibrant. I feel like it looks smoother. I feel like it looks more vibrant. Yeah, what do you guys think? But looking at the mirror, I think there's a little bit, it looks like more creasing here, but there's no actual like creasing with the shadow. Whereas this side, you obviously see my eyelid, like my crease, but it doesn't look as pronounced. So that is crazy. Maybe I found my new holy grail. Okay. So yeah, I feel like even on the outside, this kind of looks a little bit more fresh than the MAC side. I'm actually pleasantly surprised. So see, this goes to show you, don't automatically assume that a product is not going to work for you if it's from a specific brand just because another product from that brand didn't work. And I mean, I'm going to be honest, this was not the first time that I've gotten something from Pretty Vulgar and I'm like, oh great, like I'll try it, but I know it's not going to work for me. And I have to admit, I kind of had that mindset today. So see, be open-minded, people. I'm actually very happy. I do feel like I have to get used to that techiness with this primer when you actually work through. I feel like it was a little tricky for me to blend. I feel like I had to add a little bit more pressure and really work a little bit more than I normally do. But if it can leave my eyeshadow looking better for longer, that's something that I can do. I can work on my pressure and my blending, and that's fine. Don't get me wrong, this side looks good, but I feel like this just looks a little bit more fresh. And it's been a while. Cool. So, worth $22? I think so. You know what? I don't even know how much the soft ochre paint pot is. Let me see. Oh, it's literally the exact same amount. They are both $22. So I did not know that. I did not mean to do that, but it kind of worked out. So both of them are $22 and they both work well, but I feel like I think this is taking the lead. So I don't even know where I put the actual product, but I do know that I absolutely, most definitely will be using that again. I'm so excited actually to try other looks, maybe a little bit more bold looks versus like something neutral and soft, and see how that performs. But this was a nice side by side. Also, side note, those eyeshadows were really, really well. They worked really well. They were very pretty, no complaints. I feel like a very nice kind of basic, everyday, easy palette. I didn't mention, but my lips are obviously like, there's nothing on them now, but the lip that I did use before was the Gerard Cosmetics Peachy Keen lip liner that came with my BoxyCharm, and I had an Alamar Cosmetics Coqueta lip gloss over that. So that's all off. I felt like the lip liner was fine. I thought it was fine. And yeah, those are it. Those are my thoughts. So a nice little first impressions comparison, kind of trying out the products that I received from my subscription boxes, a little all in one. So this was fun to do. I'm looking forward to doing more of these in the future. Let me know if you guys like this. Do you like the style? Do you like the comparison and the try on, the first impressions? Let me know what you guys want to see from me. And that's it. I'm going to wrap it up and take care of my children. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you aren't subscribed already. Be sure to ring the bell for notifications. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And be sure to stay happy, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.
I'm trying to like pat it in instead of pulling and rubbing. I'm trying to just like pat it in instead. I'm trying to just, oh my god. It is by Studio